Yo, what is up, guys? It is John, and I am back with another tier list. Today we are doing the third baseman. My plan for the rest of the week is to get the shortstops and outfielders done out by Friday. So today we're only going to have this single upload, and then finishing up the tier list tomorrow on Friday. Might as well get right into it. I'm going to pretty much do this like I've done the rest. So first card, Edgar Martinez, I'm going to put in D tier. So Edgar Martinez just does not have any pop. Let me pull him up real quick and we can take a peek at his stats. But historically, Edgar Martinez has just not been a good card. So if we look at the stats, let me just shape that to this. So 99, 122, he does not have 60 power on either side, and that's why he is D tier. So Edgar Martinez, he's a very good contact-wise, but he will not hit for power whatsoever. Fielding at third base doesn't really matter because it matters more this year, but in previous years it didn't really matter at all. And then speed is preference. So Edgar Martinez starts off at D tier. Next up, Jose Ramirez, I'm going to put in B tier. J-Ram, switch hitter, buttery smooth swing, always playing up and inside edge. Probably is due for an upgrade. Today he's 75, 102 against righties, 80, 81. Silver fielding, 71 speed. For a live series card, B tier I feel is more than appropriate enough for a card of his stature. Next up, Josh Donaldson's the show cover. JD has, like all JD cards, good power. And all right, contact off my memory, it's like 75 contact and like 85, 95 power. Good fielding. When we get a 99 Donaldson, he will be one of the best in the game. Next up, Miguel Cabrera. I'm going to put Miggy in A. So when I first got this game, that Miguel Cabrera card, I really wanted. I ended up selling my pre-order bonus. But this Miguel Cabrera is actually pretty insane hitting-wise for this time of year. So 94, 102 contact, 83, 93 power against left. Good swing. And potentially his live series card is going to get boosted up. I don't know by the time I'm recording this on Wednesday. If Miguel Cabrera gets his 3,000 hit, he's probably going to get a supercharged card that is going to be insane because I do not think they're going to drop a milestone this early in the game cycle, a 99 milestone for Miggy. Next up, Evan Longoria, I'm going to say a C tier. Longo has a good swing. Stats-wise, I'm going to be honest. I have not finished the USA map. I've been just focusing on flipping cards and doing collections. But C tier, he has low contact, good power, good fielding, but it doesn't really matter at third base. So overall, those contact numbers are holding him back. Next up, Devers, A tier. What can I say? He kills righties, very good swing, and you can do serviceable against lefty on lefty. I'm not going to get too much into him. Troy Gloss. 73 contact against righties, I believe. Let me just pull up. Yep, so 73 contact, 101, 102, 108. So he has the fielding. He has decent speed. Overall, I mean, he's a Angels collection world. If you have Trout and Shohei, then he's going to be a good card. I would say at this point in the game, S tier. Next up is Chipper Jones. I'm going to put A tier. Chipper has a really good swing, and he hits righties really well, which is the meta. Next up, Mike Schmidt. I'm going to put C tier. Mike Schmidt has a historically low or slow swing. Even later in the year, Schmidt cards struggle a little bit. Next up, Nolan Aronado. I hate Nolan's swing, so I'm going to put him top of C tier. Fielding wise, he's pretty much the best you can get at third base with 94 fielding rating. Hitting wise, he's worse against righties, better against lefties, but his swing has always been just really bad for me. And I just think there's better options for the player he is because he's just on top of the plate. And I just find it hard to get good exit velos on inside pitches. You might have a different opinion, but that's just my opinion for him. Next up, Jordan Walker. So before I rate him, I'm going to bring up the stats because I'm going to be honest, I do not know Jordan Walker that well. Doesn't hit righties that well. Lefties actually pretty good. Fielding is okay and arm is okay. I'm going to put him in B tier. So right behind Josh Donaldson. Again, if his right-handed hitting was better, I would move him up. Next up, Maddie Machado. I'm going to put right behind Arenado. Another player with whose swing is just not that great, to be honest. And this year, he's playing up against righties today. So he's above the 80-80, but he's below 80. Overall hitting stats, he's actually really good. He could easily be a B tier player, but his swing brings him down to a C tier, in my opinion. Next up is Pablo Sandoval. I'm going to put in C tier, right in the middle of C tier. I've already talked about Panda before. In my opinion, is still reign true. He has high contact, good swing, but in the third base category, there's just better options, so he's going to be in C tier. Mini, there's not much I can say. Manny Minoso's F. He's just not that good in my opinion. He has like 50 contact against lefties and like 50 and 30 power. He's just not usable. Rendon, his stats just are very mediocre. Not much more to say. Euclid, I'm going to put in B tier. We've talked about Euclid before. Stat wise, he is good against righties. Torque, I'm going to put top of A tier right now. Actually, I'm going to organize this a little bit. Don't care. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Torque, he was our first headliner, I believe. Or he was possibly... I believe he was our first headliner. Torque, he's actually a really good player. He has a good swing, good stats. So, A tier. Tristan Kassis, I'm going to be honest. Still don't know much about him, but I'm going to put him in B tier. Let me pull up his stats quick. Tristan. So he hits righties hard and he's serviceable against lefties, so I'm going to say B tier. Not much of an opinion, obviously. Hank Aaron, stat wise, I'm just going to say A tier. Hank hits the ball well, he has decent speed and fielding, and he's better than these options. Paul Molitor, I'm going to say F tier. Don't use him. That's about it. That's all my only opinion. Harmon Killebrew, I'm going to put in C tier. I'm actually going to put him ahead of Mike Schmidt. Killebrew absolutely destroys righty. Has good power against both hands. For a gold card, you're obviously going to have holes with players this year, and especially with gold cards. But if you square it up, you're absolutely going to mash it. Next up is Gold Devers. I'm going to put in top of D tier, possibly low C tier. I'm going to say right around this, but the actual spot doesn't matter. Pretty much the face of the franchise light version. That's pretty much all I got to say. Let's see. Pujols. Oh, these two are easy. Pujols and Vlad, S tier. Pujols is the best third baseman in the game right now, and he's probably going to be for another month or so. Vlad is also a very good third baseman who hits the snot out of the ball. So, like always, I'm going to give a quick summary at the end. Best hitter in the game, or not best hitter in the game, best third baseman in the game right now. Angels Collection, who is serviceable against contact-wise against righties and an insane power. Vlad is Vlad. Torque hits the ball well. He does it all well. He was that first headliner, so he actually carries his weight really well. Devers absolutely annihilates righties. Miguel has a good swing and literally no holes hitting. Chipper is Chipper. He hits righties well. And Hank hits the ball hard. Jose Ramirez, switch hitting, third baseman with decent fielding, not as much pop against right. Donaldson is Donaldson. He's decent contact, high power. Two prospect cards. You heard my opinion. I still don't know much about him. Euclid hits right as well. Bad swing, bad swing. Not enough power than the rest of these guys. Mediocre at everything. Destroys both hands with power, but has no contact against righty. Then he's a gold card. And awful swing. And then these just don't use. In my opinion, anybody C tier above is more than usable this year. As the year goes on, more players are going to have less weaknesses, so we can expect a disparity. Excuse me. But yeah, that's my third base tier list. I actually did a pretty good time. I've been trying to keep these around 10 minutes so they're not 20-25 minutes long. As always, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you don't agree with one of my rankings, I would love to hear your opinion. If there's a player not on the list, bring them up and I'll give you my opinion about them. Or if I don't have an opinion, As always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like, and have a good day.